video? It's your boy Jeameave.
Hey, your boy Mac.
Back again with Views from the Heart, and today we got a manual 6-speed, the same exact car you saw me drive yesterday. I'm learning how to drive again today, but it needs a proper review because this car, honestly, exterior-wise, is pretty sexy.
It's all around beautiful car, honestly.
It is. It honestly is.
German
engineering at its finest.
Does not cease to fail once again.
But this is pushing a 3.2 liter naturally aspirated V6 with 265 horsepower and 243 pound-feet of torque, which is mated to,
well, like my brother said, a 6-speed manual.
No, manual,
not
3
automatic.
pedals,
6-speed.
second time driving
gas,
it.
brake people. But all jokes aside, that also equals up to that will actually get you, not actually get you, but
16 city,
16 mpg by the city, 27 by the highway, which is also all-wheel drive.
Quattro. Quattro means all-wheel drive for in Audi terms.
I mean, you got 4, you feel me? All-wheels. Just kind of
with a 3,800 pound curb weight. So this vehicle starts at about $43,000 and with options can quickly climb into the $50,000 range. And honestly, let's go ahead and take you on the inside and see what exactly you're buying for around the options of $50,000. So let's go ahead and get it.
Well, Bracken, you already know what it is. Back again with the A5 Audi. Another not family car, but it is a luxury coupe. Hey Jay, let's see what's going on in the inside of the little bad boy.
Oh, he's finally popping out his shell. Oh my.
No shots. You know I love you, boy.
Oh my God.
I feel so good in here, bro. Nice hot LA weather. Can't get enough of it.
About a cool 80 degrees.
Blessed to be on the west, though.
It is blessed. It is a blessing. Don't get it twisted. We are not complaining about the weather, but
oh no, I'm not.
Working outside to an extent is I respect to you construction workers, anyone that has to work outside all the time.
Facts.
Especially on the West Coast in Southern California, where it's pretty much typically always sunny. A lot of respect to you guys.
Can't fault sunny California.
But with that said, my brother, what is Bracken up in here? Like, what's really good with this Audi A5? Because I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it?
Let me tell you what's Bracken with this Audi A5. This infotainment center, bro. Again, when I bring up the dates of vehicles, it's really because I want you guys to see the time gap in the vehicles of what we are living in today and what we are working with in this car. Now, Jeameave shows you, or if you see in the intro or the the action scenes of the interior, bro, this is a 2008 Audi.
08. I was in the 8th grade.
This
a decade.
This is equipped with
going on 11 years.
GPS. I mean, you gotta keep a retro with the CD changer. The CD player. I mean, it gives you many functions on here. Like I said, it's the inside of a 007 car for the low.
I think that was when what? iPhone 3G. Was it even a 3G yet? It probably just called iPhone then.
Just a 3? No, it was just, iPhone, the 3rd generation.
Probably just an iPhone. I don't remember. I just remember. It's honestly, it's hard to say, to be honest. But man, this interior is honestly something else, especially for.
They were low key about to walk right into the Audi.
But this interior, even for being a decade old, it still feels up to standards of today's day and age. And I think it's quite sad because this interior, even being a decade old, is still better than some of the more recent American cars.
This is only fact.
And the only car that I can think of that is American that we have done that would be better or at least comparable to this is our very first car review with our 2018 Redline Camaro SS. Every other American car that we both seen and done a review on, it's just, it's sad. It really is. It's sad. Like, I understand this isn't cheap either. I mean, starting it's $43,000, and with options you're quickly into $50,000 to $55,000 range. But at the same time, a lot of American cars too aren't that cheap either. At least now, anyway. Considering if you want a well-optioned American equivalent, it's going to be in the $40,000 range, brand new.
True.
At least MSRP. Now, what you can work out with the dealers and things like that, that's a whole different story. But
if you come to car looks,
just basing off the numbers. Hey, if you come to car looks, how much is it going for again? See, that's not even the correct price. This actually got reduced.
Oh, it did to 9.
Just under $10,000, people.
Yeah.
And honestly, it does have some mileage on it, but I mean, look at the interior. Look at all what you're getting. Honestly, especially, remember people, this is a 6-speed manual.
Mind you,
I don't even drive manual like that. This is gonna be my second time ever driving a manual.
Look, America. My man's second time driving manual. Not in like his, well, you can say his lifetime, but in 2 days. My man learned how to drive manual within like 30 minutes.
I literally only drove 30 minutes yesterday, and there was no practice today, no anything. Literally, as soon as our boy Robert put on a Superman cape for us, when we're done with this, I'm gonna go out there and you're gonna see me drive a manual. I'm not gonna say it's perfect now. I know I'm not perfect, but it's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be a fun ride while doing a review and me focusing on trying to drive a manual.
Oh, this is gonna be.
It's gonna be an interesting video.
Hilarious, bro.
If you go back and watch the video yesterday where me actually learning how to drive, and that's the first time I've ever driven a manual in traffic. The last time I drove a manual was when I was in Canada visiting my ex-girlfriend and her aunt. Shout out to them. I'll always have love for you and the family. But that was 4 years ago, and I drove it in a parking lot and went basically 20 feet, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. So, and it was at night. I think, I don't know, were we in a Tim Hortons parking lot? Anyway, it doesn't matter. With that said, honestly, like I said, this interior,
immaculate.
But I'm a little disappointed.
Okay, you tell me why you're disappointed. I'm gonna tell you one reason why I'm not disappointed, but I'm okay.
I'm a little disappointed because for this to be an Audi and up to more or less my standards, I feel like there's just a little bit too much use of soft plastics in here. Okay. The dash, a little bit too much. Mm-hmm. The door panels, even my 3 Series has leather on it. The dash, the door panels is completely soft touch plastic. But honestly, when you look at it, you wouldn't really think so just off of, you know, looking at it. But once you touch it and you're like, oh, okay, but it doesn't feel bad and it doesn't look bad. Aesthetically, it's very pleasing. But on the other hand, again, it's not leather, and I think that's a little bit of a disappointment because of what I'm expected to see and feel in German cars. You know, even the C classes we've seen that we haven't done reviews yet, they have leather on the door. That GOK,
nice leather. That
GOK that we did,
I could fall asleep in them.
That was a really good, that was a nice, pristine interior that we did on our GOK review. Remember, Mercedes GOK 350. And so yeah, what were you want to say?
No panoramic.
But this is a very large sunroof.
Very large sunroof.
I don't think you can really go any more.
And it's not, again, to be honest, this is like the perfect size for a sunroof. If you're not gonna have panoramic in most vehicles or today's vehicles, this sunroof size is perfect. I would honestly not be upset with this roof. And I don't know if y'all can see.
They're seeing now.
But your man's got amazing room space. Might not for the people in back.
Yeah, the people, that's the only thing too. Yeah. Another thing to put in mind is that this car really is a 1+1. And what I mean by that is, yes, it's nice to have rear seats for, you know, extra storage space, but realistically, unless you have someone my height driving and you have someone not too tall sitting behind me, if you're anything not of those two things that I just mentioned, it's gonna be very cramped. I can't see anyone being anywhere near Tony's height, and for the people that don't watch every video but might be new to us, new to this video, how tall are you again, my good man?
6'3", 6'4" in a good day.
No one could realistically sit behind someone near that height.
Yeah.
Granted, that is a little abnormally tall.
I'm be honest with you, bro. I'm in the front right now, and I kind of don't have any room. Like I ain't put my seat back yet.
But at the same time, the seat isn't all the way back either. So realistically, he's not comfortable, and even with the space that he's giving, well, technically no one in the back right now, there would be no space for anyone to sit.
Yeah.
So imagine with him being in a comfortable seating position at his most comfortable requirements, there'd be no one sitting behind him.
And if you think somebody like me, somebody like me is getting in the back. Boy,
that wrong. And the other slight negative is that, okay, let's say if someone happens to be not too tall and not too short, and they do sit behind someone that is, you know, like around my height in the driver's seating position or the passenger seat, the roofline, although it accentuates the classy look, or not necessarily classy, progressive look of this vehicle, futuristic, the sloping roofline that makes the exterior look so exquisite is a negative for inside cabin, because your head and your neck space you'll be sitting like this. So it goes hand in hand. But you know, with that said, I think we've covered everything we need to about this interior. The interior is of quality. I do wish there was more use of more German standard-esque quality like materials. A little bit more leather wouldn't have been too bad, but I understand this is an A5. So it would be interesting to see if we ever get our hands on an S5 of a comparable year and see how much of a difference the interior is, because like I said, this still isn't cheap brand new. But you going for used prices now, remember people, this is a 2008. They're going in the range of anywhere between $8,000 to $12,000 depending on how much mileage. And again, remember people, this is a 10-year-old to 11-year-old car with 123,000 miles on it. And if you think about it, over a decade, that's not too bad of mileage. Just look, that's basically 11,000 miles a year. The average right now is approaching 18,000 miles a year.
Yeah.
In driving in America. So this is for how old it is, a very clean spec.
No, it is. And
honestly, for the price, and again, for the purists out there, you guys get ready to see.
Says she wants to ride.
It can't get any better than this. I mean, again, this is only gonna be my second time driving, but yesterday, as a first time driver of a manual in traffic for longer than 20 seconds, I'm not gonna lie, it was fun. But it is annoying to have to deal and do all of the motions. But I getting closer to understand why people who drive manuals love manuals. Can you shift faster than a modern day automatic? No. Can you shift faster than a modern day DCT? Absolutely not. But at the same time, it's not always about speed or efficiency. Sometimes it's just about how it makes you feel. And something like this does tend to awaken your inner Paul Walker. R.I.P.
Yeah. Oh no, R.I.P. to my man, but we're not about to
dove into that. But
no, yeah, we're not about to dive into
his long-lasting legacy will be felt in every shift and clutch drop and clutch in, clutch out that I do today.
See, and I was figuring you're gonna start getting on that page, because if we get pulled over, you don't know.
Why would you just start bringing
my
negative
name is
energy?
Juan Carlos Rodriguez. I'm not from here, I'm from Colombia.
You're gonna be sent right back. You wanna go into those, we're not even just stop it right there. But yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and join us for the driving course and see what this bad boy's all about, and watch me drive a manual for the second time.
You feel me? Hey, yo, Rob.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get out of here. That was pretty bad, but what's it like driving a 2008 Audi A5 6-speed manual? Well, as some of you might realize, I'm still learning how to drive manual, but your boy's getting in the hang of it a little bit. Just a little bit. But it's interesting. It's interesting driving a manual. And let me just turn the AC down real quick. But let this pedestrian walk across real quick. But I mean, Tony, take him through the interior and how you're feeling right now and how it's driving so far.
Well, to be honest, like I said, we talked about it in the intro. Interior immaculate, too much soft touch plastic. I really love how amazing this car sounds for a V6 though.
It does sound pretty good for a V6.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. But
I'm still working on my shifting.
In all honesty, I'm not upset at all. Again, like I said, German manufacturing, rarely cease to disappoint. I don't think I have been disappointed. Like I said, bro, it's not too much bad you can talk about. Honestly, the only thing I can really think of is the space room that man Rob might have back there. But
at least I'm on the shorter side. So
yeah.
Robert, how's the legroom feeling back there for you?
It's decent if like somebody's like not as tall, like past 6 feet in the front driver's seat. But other than that, but the thing is, I don't got any headroom. I mean, I'm like what?
Yeah, that could be attributed to the sloping roof line of the exterior of the A5.
5'10", 5'11", so this shit's
sorry, I'm not being as exuberant as I usually am or try to be, but that's mainly attributed to the fact that there's someone over there burning out in a parking lot, as well as me trying not to stall this manual car, because like I said,
you're gonna give me another heart attack.
see I've died a little bit. Oh, is that crisp or what? Was that you guys not doing my props?
I told you, you're driving, once you get used to it, it's amazing, not amazing, but you catch on very well. Like it's as if it came natural. But when the initial stop and time to go, that's on you. Head dripping. Everything else is nice.
Okay. That little breakaway right here. But yeah, like I said, people, this is literally my second time driving the manual. I'm still technically learning. It's pretty funny because it's hard to describe what it's like to drive a manual for basically the second time. Remember, again, I'm in straight traffic. This is no parking lot, none of that. I was like, you know what? I believe in myself. I'm confident in myself. I'm gonna do this. And so far, I'm doing it.
Right.
I'm not perfect at it. I'm not the best at it. But I can tell you one thing that I'm good at. Whenever I believe in myself and apply myself to learn something, I'll try my best at it. And it's exactly what I'm doing with this whole YouTube channel, is because I believe in myself, and I know that further down along the line, with the work ethic that I'm putting in and everything included, with my brother here surrounding myself with good people, my guy Robert in the back helping us out, there's no way this won't succeed. I'm not saying I'll turn it over and I celebrate or anything like that, but I know that even when I'm discouraged and even when I'm only getting X amount of views here and there, I know I'll look back a year from now, 2 years from now, whatever, however long it'll need to take for me to look back at this and say to myself, I did this. And I'm doing this for not just myself, but my family and the people that I love. Like this one right here, that pisses me off.
Bro, let me tell you one. There's not a day that goes by I want to draw this motherfucker.
But with that said, you know, this Audi is honestly really fun. I don't know if I can attribute that to the fact that it is a manual, but it's something else. See, I'm still learning.
How much you got on the dash over there?
Oh, shit. Woo! My apologies. Robert just like, it's okay. It was in neutral. It was in neutral.
You're sweating balls right now.
It's
not the heat.
Why don't you believe in me, Robert? Am I not doing it?
I believe in you.
Alright, thank you. That's all I needed to hear.
I believe you won't get us in a wreck, but I just don't.
Bro, I still can't believe you're building this stadium.
I know, it's pretty crazy to think that it actually has the exoskeleton of it up now. And literally a month ago, I don't remember seeing that. It's crazy, but back to the car. The steering is honestly pretty vague, and I can see and understand why some people with Audis, in terms of reviewing them for a more sporty feel, kind of give a knock on Audi for that, because the steering isn't translating as much feedback as I would want or desire from a sporty oriented vehicle. I mean, that's just really the truth of the matter. But other than that, like I said, we can do a little left turn right here. The car looks amazing, both inside, both on the outside, especially on the outside, and on the inside.
It's something that's well appreciated. Again, German manufacturing
See, that was clean. That was clean.
That's what you'll hear through the video. That was clean. That was clean.
See it out. That was fine too. You know, like I said, people, I wanted to do something a little bit different. Like again, like I said, this was more of a
what's going on down here? Yeah,
oh no, but there is a fire truck behind us, so we about to go right back onto the main street here.
Oh, you're gonna have to calm down. Don't do anything yet. Fire
yeah, I know, fire truck right here. But going more on to what exactly. Oh, see, I didn't realize I needed to have the clutch in the entire time. That's the first time I've ever stalled.
So if somebody comes out of this window shooting at us because, you know,
Bro, they like,
who the hell is this in my driveway right now?
that's what they're probably looking at. Like, what's this all black vehicle doing in the
Yeah,
driveway?
got like somebody wearing blue and red. Like, what's up? Damn, I should have wore white.
You be neutral.
Yeah, man, put in the flag and shit.
Just a little, been used to it. So look at that. I only stalled because I was trying to figure out an inverse and because I was waiting for the fire truck. I didn't.
You ain't gotta play to me. I'm right here right now. I know what's going on.
Let your subscribers know.
Oh, they know.
All 73 of us know. We're a slow, steady, growing family. We'll get there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
It's all love.
I have absolutely no issue with where we're at right now. Honestly, we're seeing pretty amazing growth for what we're doing and being basically nobodies.
Are you? Oh, they're just talking about the stadium again. Oh yeah, that shit does look. Actually.
Yeah, you can see the skeleton of it. That was second. Okay, I didn't.
You went all the way through.
Yeah. Robert.
People looking like, oh.
But see, I can see it now. If someone were to hit me and be like, "Yo, bro, I'm too drunk. I don't know what to do. My car's a manual, but I want to go home and I don't have money for Uber."
Shit, you asked out. I'll tell you. You asked out.
You got me. I'm not the most perfect. I'm not the best driver, but you know, I can get you home. I can say with confidence now that I can drive a manual.
I can
adequately.
I can keep you comfortable and like sane. Like, hey, it's gonna be alright. Don't worry about it. But,
remember, never drink and drive.
Yeah,
there's always an alternative. That's why there's Ubers, things like that. Your friend, call your mom, call your parents, call someone. Never dead in your own car. And just decide and think that it's okay to do that. It's just not all right. In no way, shape, or form is it ever okay to. Sorry, it's hard for me to concentrate. And
I think we're both trying to concentrate too. I'm like, bro, please do not smoke this motherfucker.
But not even that. It's more so not stalling and like I said, little with traffic that I'm in right now. But this is a 3.2 liter, this V6. This is all-wheel drive, and like I said, you can see you got people out here doing the most. Oh, at least there's a red light here. So Robert, how you feeling back there now? How you feeling back there?
Feel a little better. Look up. My man sipping on the juice.
Like, I don't want to say anything.
I know, I'm just gonna be here chilling, sipping, bro.
But
while the end of this roller coaster. No, I'm just kidding.
you honestly, you have to do my props. I'm really pretty much learning this on the fly. So look at that, I was smooth.
Robert is not gonna give you no props, bro.
I hear you. No, I'm gonna give him his props, like back there, like cool, you know.
See that? But you know, for this to be a sport, okay, I felt that.
I gotta give you some criticism. That's why, man. I can't just give you props all the time.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. You know, criticism keeps one leveled. You know, I appreciate the honesty. It ain't no thing to me.
Ain't nothing but a chicken wing. You sweet sexy thing, you.
Why did this person have to come in front of me? I was actually feeling myself a little bit.
I know you were. I'm glad they got it. I see your inner Paul Walker getting kicked out.
But I mean, to go back on the topic of the car itself, though, it feels good. Even this is supposed to be a more sporty oriented coupe. It does absorb bumps, okay-ish.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as
that last pothole.
We felt that.
Yeah.
I think any vehicle would feel that, though, to be honest.
That one actually kind of shook me up a little bit.
But overall, this is pretty comfortable. The seats are extremely comfortable. Again, like I said, this is an Audi. You know more or less what you're getting. You're getting quality. And with how cheap these cars are going for right now, is it lacking power? Yes, it definitely does. But seeing the fact that this is 3,800 pounds and all-wheel drive, it does have some pep to it. See, getting a little smoother.
Alright,
a little smoother.
About to end up smooth in the back of this BMW. Gonna keep it funky.
You guys have absolutely no trust in me, huh?
If you drove this part like for a week straight, yeah. But being that it's 2 days and it's not our car, that's the only thing that yeah. But I mean, I've been in the car with you driving, so I'm not even. I know this is basically like playtime with you.
It's all good. I mean, it's hard enough for me to even get trust out of you guys because of the fact that, again, this is not only is it not our car, but it's also you know, sorry, this is the first literal review that we've ever done where I am literally
like kind of quiet.
I'm trying to concentrate with what I'm doing and try and talk about things that I can possibly say about this car. But it is fun. Ah, man. I wonder if anyone has ever done this before where like, yeah, I'm learning how to drive manual, but I'm gonna do a review on a car.
That's honestly, I've never heard of it. I never looked it up either. But
come on, fam.
Let me see our review. But yeah, nah. This is a experience in itself. I'm not even driving. And my heart racing.
Why would your heart be racing? I'm not doing anything.
It's not racing, but it's skipping a couple beats. Like when you start kicking up, that little, all right now.
What do you mean? I can shift, okay-ish. You know, it's not the biggest deal, but okay. First of all, you can't look at me as like some sort of expert when I'm literally explaining to the people that it's my second time driving. I've only had a combined, what, 40 minutes now? Because yesterday was 30 minutes.
What if I told you it was all live? My man's been driving manual for like 4 or 5 years now.
Dang.
That's clearly not the case. I've never drove a manual in my life in traffic until yesterday.
Are you sure?
100% positive.
So you mean tell me that that Nissan Skyline we was driving last week wasn't
Nissan Skyline. I would love to have a Nissan Skyline in America.
Me too.
I mean, we got the poser Nissan Skyline owner in the back.
Damn.
The American Nissan Skyline. The G. Damn, I just had to call you out. I just had to call you out.
Man, back there minding his own business.
That's why karma got you in your car. That's why it don't even look that fresh anymore from that side.
Oh, damn. You're gonna have to do me like that?
Yeah, bro.
That's fucked
It's
up.
not even an M3, so you know you could go on with the 335.
I mean, don't be mad because
Or a manual.
don't be mad because you can't touch any 335 even if you wanted to.
What you mean? I'm just gonna stay out of this.
Bruh. First of all, don't you can get dusted and my car's not even 100% right now.
Oh, I know you're probably dusting it from all that, you know, check engine light and oil leak.
I can't even lie, that scared the shit out of me when I was the gas.
I believe it.
But see, look at this, people. My second time driving, a cumulative of around 40 minutes. and I'm out here driving a manual. Again, this is a little bit different review because like, I'm so concentrated and not trying to make myself look bad in front of you guys and the people that are inhabiting this vehicle with me while I'm driving. But
making us look bad.
You guys don't. How am I making you guys look bad?
Oh no, you're not making me look bad. You just make me look like a normal passenger. I'm chilling.
But again, people, this is a 2008 Audi A5 going for just under $10,000.
6-speed manual quattro, 3,800 pounds, 16 by the city, 27 by the highway, 20 both combined. Boy, you hear that?
It does sound pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
It sounds a little sexy.
I'm glad you were here to test drive that spot.
Boy,
Was that a manual too?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I would have whipped the hell out of that supercharge. I know it actually. What year was it? Because it would have been the V8, huh?
Yeah, 2011, 12.
But you know, with that said, of course, this mother. Why would the bus? Please don't. Please don't.
oh my man, that's all in the air, bro. Bro, so all my big guys, bro. If y'all wearing basketball shorts,
I don't think. Maybe the camera actually saw that.
the GoPro did. I know the GoPro did, but yeah, just pick your hands up, please.
Oh, see? Oh, man.
Oh man, what?
Oh, nigga, down.
See, but it's all cool, people. I hope you guys enjoyed and provided some laughs for you in me driving and learn how to manual while trying to talk about how to do a car review while concentrating on something I've never had to concentrate on while being inside of a vehicle. I hope it came out better than I think it did, but alright, the video's not coming to a close. We thank you guys so much for watching. This is Views from the Heart. It's your boy Jeameave.
Your boy Mac.
And this video is now out. Thank you.